see, so I'm not going to worry about it. As a matter of fact, all these things under here are going to turn into a neck, so I'm just going to go ahead and grab those faces. Whoops. There we go. Let's go back to perspective so I can look at them. Okay. Now, what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to merge them right here. And my hotkey is Control-M. Just had to confirm it. And it gives us a couple stray vertices, so I'm not going to worry about that. Just give it a sweep. I think I've already said it, but my hotkey is Control-E. And I'm going to delete these interior faces. You don't really have to, but it's a preference of mine. You go to the back and pull those into those vertices, kind of connect themselves. Let's look at it back from perspective. And yeah, let's look at it from the front. Okay, we're going to scale it in using the left mouse button a little bit, and then just put it back. We don't want it to be that wide. Okay, let's look at it from the right. Yowza! That's a thick neck right there, so I'm just going to pull this back a little bit. Do a little bit of shaping to it. Let's look at the bottom. Alt-B is my hotkey. Yeah, see, it's not incredibly round down here. Just kind of, you want it to be as round as possible. I mean, it's kind of an obvious thing, but okay. I know I just said I shouldn't be moving those, and I shouldn't. Let's just look at it from perspective. That's not too bad. Actually looks pretty good as far as overall shape. Okay, so I'm going to add another band vertically right in here. And I'm not going to go all the way down through the neck. I'm going to actually start right there, which is going to give us a triangle, but tough. Learn to live with it. We'll take care of it. Don't worry about it. That's how all things go in my videos. I'm not like, it's not like I've been doing videos for my whole life, you know. Let's go to the top view and kind of add some shape. You can see the back, you can tell the back of the head, because, wait, maybe you can't. I think this is the back. No, that's the front. Okay, I was right the first time. The back of the head lacks shape. See, it doesn't have much going on if you go to the top, because we haven't done much to it. And I'm pulling these in just so I can see the ones on the bottom, which I could just as easily have done that from the bottom itself, but go ahead and go to edges so I can more easily take care of this. There we go. There, that's much better. Let me see a little bit more what's going on. And I should have done this. I should have done this in another view, but we're here now. And 90% of the time, that's how you're going to end up adjusting things. You'll see it in the I'm here and it's now scenario. And the set's not looking that great from the back. Yeah, nice little Frankenstein action. Let's pull these out. Let me undo that. I'm just going to grab the face. It's a little bit easier. Get a little rotation. There we go. This face. Rotate. And then go to vertices. That helps tremendously. Now if we go to the top, chances are it's still going to look funny. Yeah, see, it's all squished. And the problem is all this stuff on the side. So let's identify this outer ring. Okay, it's all of this stuff. So let's go to faces. 3 is my hotkey. Control P is, whoops. Control, not Windows. Control P for paint, or you can just select your paint. Control P is just my hotkey. And I just want to pretty much grab those. Let's go to the front. And I'm actually going to shrink them in a little bit. This makes it a lot easier. Let's see that from perspective. Yeah. It makes the head a little bit more Frankenstein-y, but back to grab and move, but it's a lot easier to tweak, just a few easily visible vertices than it is to tweak all these ones on the side of the head that you can't even see. So don't torture yourself. Easy is always better. Unless you're talking about Poser. Sorry, I just don't like Poser, everybody. It's not, actually, you know what? It's not even Poser. It's like I've stated 100 times and everybody's seen them. The 99% of Poser users, not all the users, and I mean, these are facts. I'm completely talking out of my behind here. But, you know, a lot of those users just, you know, use it for pornography and stuff. And, you know, my personal opinions aside, that's just like, why use your 3D software for that? If you want it, you know, go get it. Fine, I'm not going to tell you how to live your life. But, you know, don't disgrace the software with that stuff. Okay. So, now, we got that out of the way. Let's address this triangle. That is a triangle. It's there, it's been addressed. I'm just going to leave it there, because when we start adding the mouth, it's not going to even matter so much. So now I'm going to add another division. Yes, another division. Whoops, there's kind of a flat area here. I want to get rid of that before I add another division. Actually, let's go the opposite direction with that. We'll pull it up and in. It looks like this whole area is probably, not probably, will need more geometry, which is pretty good that we're going to add another division. So we're actually going to take this down all the way into the neck. And basically what we're drawing right here is a separation, what separates the eyes from the nose and things like that. So that, you know, this is kind of like the ridge of the nose. Let's go to the right. Notice I didn't take it all the way around. It's because I want to kind of pull it out a little bit and scale it vertically just a scotch. Pull it down so it's not sticking out of the head too much. That really, you know, we're still going to have to tweak it, but we won't have to do as much. Just a little bit less, you might say, if you do it in sections like that. And we're at the top of the head. I'll just take it all the way out. I was going to do, you know, a quad and a quad, which you'll see plenty of that. Go to the right and kind of pull those out a little bit. Where's that one down? Back to perspective. Okay. Control D. We'll just take this down. And we're going to pull those out a little bit. Okay. So let me grab this face under here and give it another sweep. Yep. Let's look at it from the back. Whoops. Got some faces in there I want to get rid of. It's not really necessary, but it's just the way I work. I get used to it and just kind of set my ways now. Let's go to the front. And I want to pull this down actually a little bit. Maybe in. But to pull it in, you got to scale it a little bit. Okay. That's fine. You notice the back of the neck's a little bit, for lack of a better term, retarded. So I'm just going to start pulling these around. Get a little bit better shape. It also helps me to see that the bottom of the neck isn't, or the bottom of the back of the head isn't shaped very well right now. Okay. You want to do as much as you can to keep things as round as possible. And I want to get this vertex right on the tip. I don't know if you can see it. Right there. I want to get that one. Actually, I had to move stuff to get to it. And I want to get to that one too. Well, let me go to perspective, because that's just superfluous amount of work. Ridiculous for layman's terms. Let's pull that down. Let's pull the next one down as well. It's common sense stuff, you know, you just want to keep it kind of round. So let's go to the right. Okay, back to the front. I'm just looking at shape from different angles. Okay, so we got a little bit of stuff we can do with the eyes now, maybe. Bit of the nose. Actually, I want to pull these eyes down a little. Not overall, just, you know, just a little bit. You can see this is basically going to be a shape for our eyes. Let's pull that out. Right here. So let's go ahead and go to faces. I don't normally